I'm excited to start my new parsha series now. So we're going to be talking about the parsha points. So this is the first parsha we're talking about, which is Parashas Shemini. Great time to start. It's in Sefer Vayikra, which is talking about all the animals, the korbanos. And Parashas Shemini has a little bit of a, I guess I'd say it's a little bit cherished by me because it's very similar to Parashas Re'eh, which talks about the kosher and the non-kosher animals. And Parashas Re'eh is my bar mitzvah parsha. So not a bad parsha to start with. So it's interesting that it talks about the kosher and the non-kosher animals. It talks about the cuds and the chewing the cuds, the animals that chew the cud to be kosher, and the animals that have to have split hooves to be kosher. And I find it really interesting because there's a lot of things that the hoof can tell whether animal's healthy or not. And also by the way an animal chews its cud, you can tell if it's healthy or not. For example, if an animal has cracks, it's soft, it's rotted, you could tell that the hoof is not intact the proper way, and therefore the animal is not a healthy animal. In addition, where the animal is not chewing its cud, most of the time, like 60% of the time when it's resting, that could also tell if the animal's not doing the right thing, and there's digestive issues, there's problems with it being lame. And I thought this is fascinating because just based on what the animal's eating, how it's eating, and how you see its body is, you could tell how it is internally, how it is nutritionally, if the animal's a good animal, a healthy animal or not. So the health of the animal is just, you could tell it by the outward appearances. So with us too, the way we eat things, what we put into our body could affect what we have. The animal, it needs for these animals to have good hooves, it has to have the right fat, protein, calcium, and all these other nutrients that it needs in its body, because if it doesn't, it's gonna affect the way it looks. And we're no different. And I gotta quote the Rambam because he says in chapter 4, halacha 15, I'm gonna read it out to you. I got the sefer here, see, sefer. And I'm gonna read it out to you what he writes here. It's really interesting. He says the following: most of the sicknesses that come to a person, either it's because of bad food, or he's filling himself, basically he's overeating too much. He's eating like a glutton. Even if good foods. That's what Solomon, the wise, the king said, in his wisdom. One who guards his mouth and his tongue, guards himself from the mishaps to his soul. All the the tsaris, the bad things that happen to us. Kloimar, meaning, this is how the Rambam learns, Shemer piv melech ma'achal, one who guards his mouth from eating bad food, or milasvoya, for over satiating himself, ulashem miludaber elot spitzrachav, and he guards his tongue only for the things that needs to do for its necessary things. So, if the Rambam's saying, a pasuk show, the wisest of men, that you shouldn't overeat, and you got to take care of what you're putting to your food, into your body, the food that we're talking about. So just like we were talking about the animals affects their appearance and you could tell the health of it, sometimes you got to look at yourself and say, hey, am I putting the right things into my body? Am I healthy? This is what Hashem wants. The Rambam's quoting it. We always quote the Rambam to be all religious people and all that, but think about it. Why, when it comes to putting the right things in our body, we don't always quote this Rambam as much? The Rambam is saying this is a part of avodas Hashem. You got to do it the right way, not just to look like, I'm so physically physique and I'm amazing, but it's part of your avodas Hashem. So you have more energy, you could serve Hashem better. Think about that. So this is what we're going to be talking about on a weekly basis, different parsha points that have to do with health and nutrition. So just look out for that. So listen to these videos, subscribe, please subscribe to this video, and there's going to be other videos coming week after week, like I said. And also go click that link below. You're going to see the links, all the different links from LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and my website. Check it out. You're going to get a lot of free material and you're going to get a lot of value. So go ahead. Hope to see you soon, guys.